Hello everyone and welcome back to TrackMania's Weekly Shorts, and today we're on week 19, tracks 91 to 95. Quite a nice, I don't know, some of the tracks were a bit easy, but some of them were quite nice. Stunt Hunt at the end is definitely one to finish on. But let's get started. We're going to get started with track 1. So here we are. This is, it was meant to be my first run, but it ended up just being the overtime. I don't know what it is with these first tracks, the overtime just ends up being way too easy. But yeah, so moving along here, going around. There is actually a quicker exit on the right there, which will save you another second. But yeah, that's the overtime. I don't really know what to say. There you go. Just track 1, yeah, straight up and done. Yeah, like I said, not a lot else to add to that one. Just got the quicker exit. Finish line on the right there, and yeah, otherwise let's crack on to track 2. Alright, and away we go. This is track 2. This is actually the first run, so if you're expecting just complete overtimes all the way through, that's not how this series works. It's quite a nice track actually. I quite like the grass aesthetic, and even just it's literally all about momentum, this track. There's no stopping, no slowing down. Just got to keep that momentum going. Yeah, let's just crack on to the overtime. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go straight to the left here and then bring it into the right. Just skimming that piece. You're going to want to stay just on the grassy track piece as much as you can. The second you leave it, you do lose a lot of speed. Like I said, this is all about momentum, this track. And over the finish like that. Quite simple, quite nice. Once you get the flow of it, you'll be alright. Not a lot to add to this one. It's like I said, it's just all momentum. Like that corner could have been taken a lot nicer, but otherwise it's not a bad run. Not a bad run. Let's get to track 3. Alright, and here we are, track 3. Track 3 does have an intro. You know me, I love an intro. It's not the best intro I've ever seen, but it's but it's one. It is an intro. So I like it. It's good. This is the first run, of course, so, you know, I'm not totally sure. There's 2 routes on this one, and I'm not totally sure if going up or down is actually the best route, but for the overtime I did go under, so we'll see that in a second. Alright, here we go for the overtime. Now I'm just going to pause this right here. Alright, so now there is actually a faster route to the left here if you go along the grass. And again, I've seen some people go right and go all the way around, so they're not touching the grass at all, and they're also not catching air. So either way could work. I'm not 100% sure which way is the fastest yet, but definitely don't go in the air. Okay, so going in the air, we're going to take the lower ramp. We're actually going to bounce off the water here, drift around here a little bit. Again, just don't drift too sharply, but you know, drift enough to get around the corner, and then over the finish like that. Boom, all for time. Quite simple. Like I said, there's still debate on which route is the fastest, but I can tell you that going in the air is not the fastest, so we can rule that one out. Alright, let's go to track 4. Alright, here we are with track 4. Track 4, if you remember, is our speed track. So we're just going along. It's actually quite a nice speed track, you know, I love the details in it. Given, like I said before, given the restraints of the speed track, I feel like the speed track's actually definitely had some good hands on it, you know what I mean? Just go along here and over to the finish. It's quite a simple track, to be fair. Nowhere near as difficult as last week's, but yeah, it's good. It's good. Let's move on to the overtime. Alright, and here we go for the overtime. Like I said, it's a speed track, so there isn't too much to say about this other than if you break or crash at any point, just restart, because it's a speed track. We're going here, trying just to get that corner here. I'd say that corner's probably the most difficult. Once you got that first corner, the rest are quite easy. And over the finish like that. Yeah, quite nice track. And yeah, let's just move on to track 5. Oh dear. Alright, so track 5 does have a video, which is actually quite helpful. Sort of giving you a rough guide of what you need to do. It's it's a bit of a mad one. I'd say this is probably our first trick video. This is my first run. I've got the little bounce here onto the roof. For the top bit, I'd say what you're meant to be doing is driving on the wall so your car's still straight, and then landing and then driving off the roof. So lucky. and then getting through the little gap. What I've done for the overtime is I've actually just ignored the entire top piece here. I don't know, it's far too difficult, but I don't think it's actually that fast. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm dropping down. We're taking a little drift to the left here. We're actually gaining more speed going this way because we're not dropping off a two-story building. We're now going through the gap, very luckily getting through there, and overtime like that. Like I said, you can do the trick way. I just don't know if it's that much faster because you have no speed from hitting the wall, and then you're also losing speed from dropping off from the top. I don't know if it's actually faster. I'm not sure, but that's the route I took. So we'll find out in the comments. Anyway, I hope you lot have enjoyed. This has been week 19. Next week will probably be a big one. I don't know if like a special, like maybe there'll be a cool track for week 100. That'd be cool. Well, a week 100 for track 100. But yeah, I hope you lot join me then, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.